Hello everyone, I'm Havoc, and this is Factorio Space Exploration Plus. I have been a little bit busy off camera. I have fixed up our sulfur production. I noticed we were having an issue with water. I was trying to run too many things off of a single line of water that was running all the way from over here next to our power plant, up over all of this distance, and then up here, and trying to split and do way too many tasks with the water. So what I did is I came in and I started creating explosives, just kind of sloppily, no automation really involved, and using those explosives to then make water fill. And the water fill allows me to just drop a 3x3 area, which is big enough to put an offshore pump in. I can show you if I craft one real quick. We'll make a few. Oh, I have a few. It gives you enough room to put it on either side. And you can make this bigger. I can put as much water as I want down and take a bunch of them off. But I put one there. I came down over here, put one on this side of our production lines. And on the very end up here, to the top right of where our oil is produced. And I'm missing a light up here, aren't I? There we go. That makes it brighter. But right here I have a little bit of water just drilled right through that snow. And I am going right on along. I mean, I can make flying robots, right? Why should I not be able to drill water wells wherever I want them? So that's what I'm just saying. That's how I rationalize using Nox's water fill, which is an amazing mod. But I had to move, our plastic production was roughly right here. I moved it, I expanded this. We're definitely making enough sulfur now. I can't even use all of what I'm pushing down here unless I were to bring a line off of here maybe and split it back in later on, which I could do later. It's working somewhat. We're getting loads and loads of sulfuric acid, so I'm happy with that for right now. And we're doing good on petroleum gas, and our lubricant is building up as well. So we're looking good. What I need to do now is take sulfuric acid down here somewhere and use it to produce batteries in large quantities. I made a handful of batteries with a little temporary setup, but I need to get them automated and producing constantly. There they are. I knew they were on this page, then I go looking around. And they're made in chemical plants, 4 seconds at a time. I'm going to need to make lots of them. So we're going to take one output line directly off of the input line, because this one will always have more than the one next to it. They try and balance out, but it moves slowly. So I will try and take off of the one that's the priority input will be the priority output. And I'll probably end up putting another output over here later on. So we will come away from this just a touch to give us room to do so. And now we need to figure out how I want to run this. So it needs to go there. I don't want to hook it up just yet because I don't want to waste a bunch of sulfuric acid. I'm going to run this over here. Hopefully it doesn't intersect with anything important before I get where I want to go. Like that, of course. And I'm out of them. We need to grab some more. But what I might probably do is just make batteries right in here. I need copper and iron plates. Not a whole lot of them. I could probably side load a belt coming up here because they take 4 seconds a piece to craft. In fact, I can just run 2 dedicated. I don't even have to worry about side loading a belt. Just run 2 dedicated lines up and we will be good. So we can go ahead, check and see. I have 12 chemical plants. I may want to craft a handful more of those. I'll just do another 10. And then look at where we're going to do batteries at. So we want a little bit of space. We're going to come back in here, but a big thing is going to be where can I branch off? So I have room to branch off and come up right through here under our belt. So this is what we need to do. Let's tear all of this up, grab that, place it back, and I can start using red belts where I need large quantities to move, but I don't necessarily want to use red belts just everywhere because I can make them, because that will slow down the processing of other things. Oh, as I grab red belts. You need loads and loads of iron for things, so that's why I started upgrading the iron belt over. And I want probably something along the lines of that. Pretty darn close. Now we will have copper and iron coming up through here. And we can branch off and start producing batteries from this right here. I want to give it some space. We'll come up probably roughly even with that. And I can put these pretty close together as well because they don't require anything special, any fluids on this side. They're going to require sulfuric acid on this side. But on the input side, I could even do these as regular inserters. I don't need fast inserters here. And then some long-handeds. And then we're going to grab out of here. It takes 4 seconds to craft, so if I do, this is 6, let's do 2 more. And now we're talking about getting 2 a second. 2 batteries a second is not bad at all. Probably going to want more than that for... We got to make a lot of lasers now that I'm thinking about it. So let's just make a blueprint of this. And there. The best kind of kill is overkill. And we will be outputting an awful lot of batteries. How did I miss? Did I miss? I did miss some inserters here. But now we're going to have batteries coming out. Lots and lots of them. And what I'll do here even is 1, 2, 3, 4. We will put on both sides of the belt by doing a little trick like that right there. And now we just need to power all of our inserters by popping poles in everywhere we can. That one's going to be off-centered. We'll do this bottom section off-centered then. And not have horrible, ugly lines. Okay, so now we know where we're going with some of the sulfuric acid. We're going to need sulfuric acid also when we start producing blue circuits. So I don't want to run the entire line to here. I only want to run a portion of it. So we will stop here and we're going to add a few extra lines. That way I have somewhere to grab to. And this we know is good, so we can get sulfuric acid moving. We can start producing batteries right now and sending them down. And after we get batteries producing, we're trying to push for lasers. I need to get glass on the bus. And glass, you have to take stone. You can pulverize it with these pulverizers that I've made, which are much better. So if I come here, find sand. There's 2 recipes. Using 2 sand you get 2 sand for 1 stone, or you get 3 sand for 1 stone, and this requires either a mechanical facility or a pulverizer. I can't make the mechanical facility yet, but I can make the pulverizers, so I have made some. And you'll get more sand per stone that you put into it. And then I'm going to figure out where I may just go ahead and right over here where I was making sand, continue making sand there, and run a line of sand from here to a smelting line, which I might do it right up here, and then bring the glass down. Not sure. We'll figure it out as we go. What I do know is that I need to get to making sand immediately, and we can put it right over here. I'm just going to move this line here. This was going to make my concrete, and I'm going to have a line that branches off here to continue producing concrete. Excuse me. I'm not sure if that's where I want to keep it or not. It's where it is for now. And so that is where it will stay for right this moment. But I want to look at these pulverizers. They are massive. We want to make sand with you. They've got a lot of uses here. And then I'm probably going to need stack inserters to properly fill these things up fast enough, because what is it? It needs 3, no, it produces 3 sand with 1 stone every half a second. So I can fill these things up with fast inserters, but to take out of them, I'm going to need the stack inserters that I'm crafting. Now, I made 6 of these. I don't know if this is going to be too many or too few. It's most likely going to be too many. These are quite spread apart. There. Now we need, see, if it's producing 3 every half second, it's going to produce 6 a second. That's quite a lot. We're going to need to red belt this, and we're going to have to do some where it's 50-50. Half of them go to one side and the other half go to the other side of the belt. So we will do the same where we come in here, go down, and come back around so we can load both sides of the belt. Yes, because that's going to produce a lot. Okay. Sand is good to go. We're going to break off, and let's see. Where can I fit a smelting line of these in? And I really want to get some, I want to do this with electricity. I want to make this out of electric furnaces. So we're going to go grab, we need to make heat shielding. Heat shielding requires stone tablets and sulfur. I've got the sulfur. Don't you worry about that. Took care of that problem. And stone tablets are very easy to come by too. I have lots of stone. So let's see here. Let's grab some of this. I can go ahead and be making some stone tablets and turn around and make some heat shield. This requires steel as well. Let's run down here. This takes a lot of stone tablets just to make a few. That's pretty crazy. Like I said, I'm making stone tablets right down here by the barrel full. So we will come in and just grab a few. Heat shielding slow to make. I'll have this automated and on the bus eventually. But right now I need some of these to make glass. Because my laser turrets are going to take 20 glass and 20 seconds to make one. So I need 1 glass a second to produce 1 laser a second. And that also means I need 12 batteries divided by 20. Okay. So I won't need 12 batteries a second. I'm going to need 1.2 a second, roughly, to make what I want. And then I need a lot of green circuits. I'm probably not going to be able to make 1 laser a second, but that's okay. We'll get what we can out of it. 1 laser turret a second may be a bit ambitious. We may do about half of that. Do 1 every 2 seconds. But what I'm going to do is branch off. I'm already making a full belt, so I'm not going to need any further pulverizers in order to produce more sand here. That is good to go in the sand department. Now what I need to do is probably double this back because the glass is going to be needed. You know, I could squeeze it right in here. That's what we're going to do. Rather than go further up and away, we're going to just turn this, double back on itself, and then come down a smelting line to make glass. Trying to figure out how to make this look as pretty as I can, but honestly this will be temporary, so it doesn't have to be the prettiest thing in the world. Glass, where is that? What page is glass on? See, here we go. 4 sand in 4 seconds. So I need 1 sand a second. I can feed this with regular inserters. And I believe I can take out with regular inserters. Because that makes one glass takes 4 sand, yeah, so let's just come right down here and expand this. And all I'm going to do is put a splitter here. On one side, since I don't have to have a fuel, these are electric furnaces. Thank goodness I finally got to them. There's an even better electric furnace called an industrial furnace. I've already researched. Oh boy, I did not make very many of these. Okay. What do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 more. What am I missing? Red circuits? And what else? More heat shielding. This is quite the little task to undertake, but once I have glass on the line, I can set up making laser turrets. And I'm definitely going to need to do that. Because every few seconds you see I'm engaging in combat. My turrets are taking something on. Alright, so now we need more heat shielding, and that requires a whole lot more of these stone tablets. Which I think if I stand right here, I'll get a lot of them. This is going to take just a little bit. It's okay, while I'm crafting this, I can run the line down to the bus. What am I missing here? More sulfur. 2, 4, 6, 8. And I already have 1, that's 9. So I need 3 more. I didn't grab enough stone tablets to make 3 more. That's okay. Let's run back down, grab stone tablets. Well, maybe these will finish while I'm running back and forth here. But we'll have what we need here in just a second. And glass is used not just for these laser turrets. The reason I'm putting it on the bus is I do believe it is also required for the low density structures. Yep, requires glass and plastic and all kinds of stuff. So It's good to have it on the line because I'm not going to need laser turrets all the time being produced. I'm going to need them ramped up right now until I get a bunch around to defend me, and then I can come back and taper down on how much I'm producing. I'm missing regular inserters over here as well. How interesting. And I believe I can clear the whole production line. It looks like it could. So I can get over it and then down to where we're going to build laser turrets. Alright, here we are. Let's just grab... While I'm here, I need to grab probably a little bit of everything so I don't have to come back. Power poles, that's another thing I'm looking a little low on. And you'll see, I didn't mention this earlier, I added in a whole little section here for making train signals, train stops, and I pocket crafted a handful of locomotives and things. That'll be for a future episode, but I've already got it going over here, added to our little mini mall area. Let's see, I can't clear the whole thing, but I can do that right there. And then we'll just jump underneath each of the obstacles we run into along the way as we work our way over. I can't remember. The robots in this, they require electric engine units, and the electric engine units require a bunch of lubricant and engine units and some green circuits. I'm probably going to have to increase my green circuit production. Well, not probably, I definitely will, because I'm about to also start making blue circuits. I just noticed I put that entire belt off by one because I'm using long-handed inserters. That is incredibly amusing. So let's come back in and fix that. Oop, I need to do here. Okay. Now it's actually being put on a belt and going down. That's much better. They are hammering this little area here and doing more and more damage each time. Just means that we really need to get this up and going. But we can run back over there and put the last few furnaces on and then power it, and we should start having glass come down the line. This may not even be enough to produce enough glass per second that I need. We'll see momentarily. See, do something like that, and then come back in there. And our lines look somewhat okay. Is this fast enough? It is not. Okay, so we do need fast inserters to insert. However, we can probably still get away with using the regular inserters to take out because it's a little slow. And if we come in here and put production modules in, I may need full production modules through here. I don't know if we're going to produce enough sand without that. Let's see. Let's make a handful more of those. Yeah, it's a pretty naked belt coming out here. And I've got nearly, it's just shy of a full red belt coming in. Just barely shy. So I think what we're going to do is just put as many production modules in here as we can and make the most out of our sand. Let me get these last 4. We'll call that good. Then we'll see how many laser turrets I can produce off of the glass that's coming out here. And off camera, I'll make that better. I'm gonna have to mine more stone, make more sand. Definitely, because it's a 4-to-1 for glass, and I didn't realize that beforehand. 4 sand makes 1 glass. Ouch. Alright. But we have arrived at the point in which we need to. Is that we are currently producing everything on the bus that we need in order to produce laser turrets. Now this has 5 ingredients. 5 ingredients is going to require me to use long-handed inserters and side load onto belts. Unless I want to belt weave, and I really don't want to belt weave, so that's what we'll do. I'm going to bring the glass down right here. And then I'm probably going to just go ahead and immediately do something along these lines. So that I can side load glass and batteries. And turn around, take those up some. Now, after the glass and batteries, I need to put probably steel and greens. No, I need to put greens and electric motors on one. There's no real way I'm going to be able to do this really good because it requires so many. It takes 20 glass, 20 steel, 20 greens. So we'll do whatever's easiest right over here. I just realized that's coming down right where we have iron going in. So we're going to have to shimmy that to the side. And this is where I'll sneak in a little short belt to go down the line for other things that are going to require batteries and glass. But I need these right here. I need to side load electric motors, and we'll just slap steel because it's right here on it. So we're going to do this. Oh, I'm all over the place right now with the placement of those. Now there's only one ingredient left, and that is green circuits. And they're going to have to be on the other side of these machines. I'll come up to level with here. I want you making lasers. We're going to do fast and then long-handed. I think I'm going to try and get away with making 10. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hopefully I can supply that. I didn't do the math yet to know if I can. But we're going to put it up here and see what happens. And then I need to run greens on the inside, and then I can output on the far side with a long-handed inserter. So many undergrounds to get greens up to here. And I realized I started just using a ton of red belt. After earlier saying that I probably should use yellow belt until I can produce red belt more reliably. But that is okay. Because while I'm doing all this, I am over there producing red belt. Whoa. And now we have a large output line for our laser turrets. And this is going to help tremendously. As soon as I get this thing powered. And I'm just going to immediately put these suckers right into a... No, I don't need that. I can use a fast one. Right into a chest. And I'm going to limit it to be about 2 rows because we need a large number of them. I've got to go all the way around this wall. And the reason there are these gaps is because if I run through here left clicking and holding laser turrets, it'll smack a laser turret in between each and every one of these gun turrets. And they're already covered by power everywhere you go in some way, form, or fashion. So I just need to run around and add laser turrets all the way around. It's going to take several hundred, probably close to 1,000, maybe more than 1,000. And each one of these will hold 50. So that's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So this is going to hold 1,000. And that's roughly where I need, and maybe more than that. We'll see. But it's going to take some time. Because we're currently making, well, 1 every 2 seconds. So if I need 1,000, that means 2,000 seconds. We're looking at a significant amount of time to do this. However, we did make it to producing laser turrets in today's episode, which is something I'm super excited about. I'll go off camera and fill up the wall and optimize areas where our production chain's probably not making enough batteries or who knows what. I'll go back in and I'll fix all that off camera. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see more, feel free to subscribe and please like the video if you did enjoy it. See you all later.